Welcome to Deep Dive. I am Adriana Costa.
And I'm Thomas Keene. Today is February 6th, and it's a day that really highlights how much a single piece of paper can change the entire course of history, whether it is forming a new nation or securing a war for independence.
Right. When we look at the maps of the world today, we often forget the specific moments when those lines were first drawn. And in New Zealand, Thomas, that moment happened in 1840 at the Bay of Islands with the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi.
It is a fascinating piece of diplomatic infrastructure. On this day, over 40 Maori chiefs met with representatives of the British Crown. Eventually, more than 500 chiefs signed it. It established British sovereignty, but the core of the agreement was a guarantee that the Maori would retain possession of their lands and properties.
This was such a high-stakes moment for the young American colonies. Before this, they were essentially rebels. But with these treaties, France became the first foreign power to officially recognize the United States as a sovereign nation.
From an infrastructure and logistics standpoint, Adriana, the military alliance was the real game changer. It brought in the French Navy and supplies that were absolutely critical to the eventual American victory in the Revolutionary War. Without that French recognition on February 6th, the United States might have looked very different today.
It is incredible to think about the diplomacy happening in Paris while the war was raging across the Atlantic. It really proves that battles are won both on the field and at the negotiation table.
That's remarkable. While we are seeing these massive shifts in national borders and alliances, the people born on this day have reshaped our culture in ways that are just as lasting.
You are right, Thomas. We have three heavyweights to talk about today. Let's start with a voice that defined a movement. Bob Marley was born on this day in 1945.
Marley is much more than just a musician. He became a global cultural icon. Through reggae, he brought themes of social justice and peace to the mainstream with songs like One Love and No Woman, No Cry.
Yep, his influence is truly global. I remember seeing murals of him in small villages across different continents. He really bridged personal struggles with a universal message. But shifting from the stage to the baseball diamond, we also have to talk about George Herman Ruth, known to the world as Babe Ruth, born in 1895.
The Bambino. He didn't just play baseball, he transformed it. He moved the game away from the low-scoring, strategic style of the early 20th century into the high-power, home run-driven spectacle we know today. He remains the standard by which all other legends are measured.
He was a larger-than-life character in American culture. And that brings us to our third birthday, Thomas, a man who also understood the power of a large persona, but on the political stage. Ronald Reagan was born on this day in 1911.
Reagan's path was unique, moving from Hollywood actor to governor of California and eventually becoming the 40th president of the United States. His economic policies, often called Reaganomics, and his firm stance against the Soviet Union were defining features of the late 20th century.
His ability to communicate was his greatest tool. Regardless of one's political view, it is hard to deny his role in the closing chapters of the Cold War. It's fascinating that on one single calendar day, we have the birth of a president, a sports hero, and a musical prophet.
Indeed, it really shows the breadth of human achievement. From the legal frameworks of the Treaty of Waitangi and the French-American Alliance to the cultural shifts led by Marley, Ruth, and Reagan, February 6th is a day about building something new.
Whether it is a nation or a legacy, it all starts with a single step or a single signature. It has been a pleasure diving into these stories with you today, Thomas.
Likewise, Adriana. That is all for today's look at the foundations of our world. I'm Thomas Keene.
And I am Adriana Costa. Thank you for joining us on Deep Dive. Explore more at deepdive.neuralnewscast.com. Deep Dive is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. Explore history every day on Neural Newscast.